funny as clay, but I'm reading about hearts, and there's nothing funny about hearts. Only hearts. There is a beachfront store that sells hearts. Big hearts, small hearts, red hearts, blue hearts, silver hearts, gold hearts. Hearts that are turquoise, hearts that are wooden. Hearts meant for the outside and hearts meant for the inside. The store on the beach also sells crystals, incense, sage, and Buddhas. The store owner says that lately the hearts haven't been selling well. In light of this realization, she has a new offer. If you spend over $30, you get a heart for free. With broken hearts, we forget hearts broken before. Lost loves from the past looking not so bad. Looking like something we could survive, even though all obtained evidence proves the opposite. That this past lost love flooded and burned you all at once. A wildfire and a storm, and your heart is the mudslid mountain. Love. Something you'll never understand because you once thought it was basic. You once thought it was easy to be with another. In love, you once held ideas of knowledge, awareness, and compassion. You once thought it was something, and that very act of once thinking you knew anything about it is why you'll never understand. With everything packed and filed away, you move home. You're home now, and then you need to move out. The parents don't ask you how you're holding up, honey, anymore. The homemade dinners are good, but you're antsy for timeless nights when it's 11 and you've forgotten to eat. You leave because you want to starve. You've always wanted to spend a summer in Malibu, even though you'll never be a surfer. You're courageous enough to admit that the ocean scares you, despite the fact that you grew up on a peninsula. Your childhood home was not on the beach, but there was a view. The ocean was close enough to say you lived on the water, but far away enough to feel safe from its clutches. On long family walks, you dip your foot in, but that was all. Moving to the side. The part of you now that wants to seek out a summer by the beach is the part of you that wants to escape. To write, to read, to look out toward the water. To reach out without lifting a finger, feeling its wetness without touch. You can go about waist high, but one step more and you're over the cliff. The parents ask why. They remind you, you burn like a ghost. Why move to a beach community, one so far from their new home in the city? You explain, it's not them after all. They are only hearts. It's your need to get away from all the boxes. You're not ready to destroy the past, but you explain, holding their 4 hands in your 2, that if you stay another day, you'll burn their house down. Very well, they say. You drive down PCH. Along this highway, you pass everything you saw every day when you were young. The famous museum that you thought was the museum, but it was actually a mansion in front of the famous museum. The fast food place where your sister slammed her finger in the car door. To this day, when you hold her hand, you wonder if she still feels the pain. The beachfront store that sells the red currant candles you love. They're sold everywhere, but something about this store makes you keep coming back. It's out of the way, overpriced, and has a cat that makes you sneeze. All of this, and you keep coming back. There is the empty lot that used to be the Mexican restaurant, Carlos and Pepe's. Everyone got a chocolate mint at the end of the meal. You were so picky, so you didn't eat it, but you always cut it in half. There's the realtors where every year around Christmas time they put up a nativity scene, and on Christmas Day you'd finally see the baby Jesus. One year it was stolen, and you always wondered what someone would do with a baby Jesus. You pass the roads where 1, maybe 2 legs did not dangle out the window. You pass Paradise Cove where you never walked along the pier hand in hand with someone you loved. It's then that you remember while passing all of this that though you wish and wanted it so, you never loved here. You turn onto Winding Way to see the first apartment. You're shocked to see so many people, and you're disgusted to see so many couples. It's a 1-bedroom, so they must not have kids. Young love, young summer love. Then you think, why do I think such things? You visit the second, the third, the fourth, but these places are not what you're looking for. You make your way to Blue Water, a street not far from the one you grew up on. You know this area well and are hit with a sudden wave of nostalgia, picturing you and your sister running through ice pants or a star-covered sky you can't believe is so close to LA. This stirs a whimper in your stomach and you're happy to feel it. You remember as if you'd ever forget that Bob Dylan lives around the corner. You used to drive past his house blasting some song of his. Still a local, still a crazy fan. As you walk up to the apartment, you double check the address and think, this is the one, more like a beach cottage than a square box. It's better than the others that you've seen. In your fantasy, this is the kind of place where you will stay. You make your way in, and again, it's not like the others. For one, you're alone. You're not early, you're right on time. Where are all the other potential tenants cutting in front of you to look at a light fixture like it's the Mona Lisa? Nowhere to be found, and the same goes for the creepy landlord, policing his turf, letting you know he's in power, though he seems to not belong. You have this place to yourself. The quiet you hear is soothing, framing visions of Sunday mornings. Just you, this place on Blue Water, and whatever the summer will bring. The quiet becomes loud, so loud that you don't notice a noise until you do. The shower in the bathroom. You brush it off as a wave and barely notice the singing of a man's voice. He sings something like the Beach Boys' Sloop John B., but it doesn't matter. He sings and sings. You listen longingly and laugh when you ask yourself, does this come with the place? He wrestles with the shower curtain and asks, hey, you still there? And you answer because you are here, that yes, I'm still here. And he says, don't forget the cheese. And you assume they're having a barbecue, and what's a barbecue without cheese? You agree and yell back, okay, and think, don't forget this one thing I've been asked to remember. Do not forget. Before you turn around to leave, you look out the window for the first time and figure you know how this street got its name. Reaching out toward the blue water, you are reminded of what it's like to feel without touching and to love without breaking ceramic hearts. You're sappy and sentimental, so you get practical, reminding yourself to, on your way out, get the cheese like he asked. You think to yourself, remember this one and only thing on your way out.